I know a unique entry point, but I think because I just have 1,000 children, I, have missed all of pop culture.
New subpoenas have been rejected by Judge Lyman, and today we're diving straight into what this means for Blake Lively and her team.
Playing these new subpoenas that have been denied. This came in from Judge Lyman. Now, for those just understanding, so just give the recap.
We're not just unpacking legal jargon. We're exploring how this decision could upend her public image, shake up Hollywood power dynamics, and even influence future blockbuster projects. Get ready as we break down every twist in this unfolding drama.
And it was so cute, and you shoved like cookies in his mouth and they crumble, and she just looked at it and then just like reached for a steak.
Just yesterday, two unrelated parties who were also served subpoenas asked for their orders to be dismissed. In a swift and emphatic ruling, Judge Lyman slammed the motion as overly broad and invasive. He made it clear that Blake Lively isn't entitled to access records dating before August 2024 due to the specific confines of her complaint.
She has made herself into the new Amber Heard, and he is the new Johnny Depp.
This decision isn't just a technicality. It reinforces a key legal principle regarding privacy rights in an era when personal data is more accessible than ever. By quashing these requests, the judge has set a precedent that could impact similar high-profile cases, not only in Hollywood, but across the board. We'll explore how such legal boundaries are established and what this means for the future of celebrity litigation.
She did the Handmaid's Tale, so she shoots like really beautifully, really intense stuff, and it's the producers of James Bond.
Blake Lively has long been a symbol of Hollywood glamour and sophistication. Her roles, her red carpet elegance, and her off-screen persona have captivated audiences worldwide. However, in recent weeks, her carefully curated image has come under intense scrutiny. What began as a routine legal maneuver quickly spiraled into a media storm. Every headline, social media post, and tabloid rumor began dissecting her every move. Questions emerged. Was this aggressive legal strategy a misstep on her part? Or is it evidence that her once flawless image is cracking under relentless pressure? In this segment, we'll compare similar legal battles faced by other A-listers and discuss how public perception shifts when personal privacy is invaded.
Late yesterday, two non-parties that have also been subpoenaed requested that their subpoenas be quashed. Lively's team is not yet responded.
Known for her breakout roles in Gossip Girl and Another Simple Favor, Lively's private life was something she guarded closely until the subpoena arrived. The situation escalated dramatically when she filed a federal lawsuit, alleging that co-star Justin Baldoni sexually harassed her on set. This claim sent shockwaves through Hollywood and turned what was expected to be a groundbreaking collaboration into an all-out legal war.
Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, grilled on Blake Lively in contentious interview.
The film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, once hailed as a potential game-changer in romantic drama, has now become the battleground for lawsuits, counterclaims, and relentless media scrutiny. In this section, we detail the timeline of events, examining every twist from the initial subpoena to the explosive allegations that transformed a promising project into a bitter public feud.
Lied too much. You have fudged truths. You are trying to hide so much information that you are like your character in A Simple Favor.
The buzz surrounding the adaptation of It Ends With Us was once electrifying. Fans eagerly anticipated the on-screen chemistry between Lively and Baldoni, especially with Baldoni stepping behind the camera as director, a role he had passionately pursued for years. Yet, behind the glamour of red carpet events and promotional shoots, the reality was far more complicated. Eyewitness accounts from the set reveal a climate of tension, frosty interactions, creative disagreements, and even whispered confrontations. During the promotional tour, instead of the usual playful banter and shared photos, both stars appeared unusually distant. Social media feeds that once offered exclusive behind-the-scenes glimpses turned noticeably muted. We'll explore leaked insider reports and personal anecdotes that shed light on these unspoken conflicts, raising the question, were these tensions the spark that ignited the current legal firestorm?
But Reed was like, I really want to see this character. I want the audience to feel this character doing it. And when she was pitching it, I was like, I love it, let's do it. And then I realized that meant I actually have.
As on-set tensions became public, the fallout was swift and multifaceted. Fans began to notice every subtle sign, unfollows on social platforms, cryptic posts, and a pervasive sense of detachment between Lively and Baldoni. This wasn't simply a matter of creative differences. It evolved into a fierce battle for control over the narrative.
She's going to be taking a break, social media break, after being labeled a mean girl. That was the rumor, and it seemed like this was all done and done with.
Leaked text messages and internal communications hinted at a coordinated effort by Baldoni's team to steer media coverage. Strategies included targeting specific journalists, crafting calculated headlines, and even deciding which parts of the story to downplay. We'll analyze how every digital move, every unfollow or muted comment might be part of a larger, deliberate plan to shift public opinion. This section also dives into the psychology behind modern PR tactics, comparing it to past celebrity feuds that ultimately reshaped careers.
She was like, I'm gonna be Cinderella. And I said, oh, that's so special. Does baby Nezzy get to be Elsa? No, Mike Wazowski.
The courtroom scene took an unexpected twist with the emergence of new evidence. Recently surfaced documents and alleged text exchanges from members of Baldoni's team indicate a strategic, behind-the-scenes effort to control the media narrative. These communications detailed plans for selecting which headlines to pursue, which aspects of the case to emphasize, and even discussions about leveraging personal vendettas. Are these merely smart, strategic moves? Or do they expose a more calculated, perhaps even sinister, attempt to undermine Blake Lively's reputation? We'll break down these revelations, drawing comparisons with historical cases where media manipulation played a central role. This segment invites viewers to question the true nature of these tactics and consider the extent to which legal battles are as much about controlling the narrative as they are about winning in court.
Baldoni's team has done a very good job of it, and perhaps the reason they've done such a good job, the Baldoni's team, is because they have more truth on their side.
At the heart of this controversy lie the subpoena requests themselves. Blake Lively's legal team aggressively pushed for access to a vast trove of private communications and records from a prominent production company. However, Judge Lyman's ruling was uncompromising. He deemed these requests a clear invasion of privacy and ruled them overly broad.
Canadian, which is a huge deal for him and for Canada. And it is.
By explicitly stating that Lively cannot access records prior to August 2024, the judge not only shut down her motion, but also sent a strong message about the limits of legal inquiry. Soon after, other subpoenaed parties also sought to have their orders dismissed, reinforcing the notion that such invasive legal tactics have serious repercussions. In this section, we'll delve deep into the legal arguments on both sides and discuss what this balance between investigative need and personal privacy means in today's digital era.
And when I read it, I was like, they've got him dead to rights. There's these two PR hacks sitting there saying, like, we planted this Daily Mail piece.
This isn't just a single scandal. It's a mirror reflecting the complex interplay between celebrity, law, and media in our modern age. The fallout from this case might force studios and industry insiders to rethink how disputes among top talent are managed.
Justin Baldoni has built his brand and is known for supporting women, believing women. So why in this case should people not believe Blake Lively?
Could this legal battle lead to changes in contract negotiations or stricter privacy protocols for celebrities? Industry experts predict that high-profile cases like this could spur a broader discussion about the rights of public figures versus the relentless pursuit of information by the media. We'll explore expert analyses, historical precedents, and potential shifts in Hollywood practices that could arise from this controversy. This discussion will also touch on the evolving nature of celebrity culture in an era defined by social media, where every move is magnified and every misstep can have far-reaching consequences.
Well, Hugh and I both at the get-go, we were like, we're going to do everything. We love the movie more than life itself. It's both of our favorite movies we've ever done, so we said, let's get it just as...
It's worth noting that Hollywood has weathered many storms over the years. From infamous legal battles to public feuds that reshaped careers, history is replete with examples where personal disputes spilled into the public arena. In this section, we'll compare Blake Lively's current predicament with past scandals that similarly challenged the public image of major stars.
And at night, he would get online on the dial-up and email them to everybody, and you'd have, and I'm not joking here, you'd have like 400 or 500 pictures of a.
What lessons were learned from those episodes? And could they provide a roadmap for how this current drama might unfold? We'll examine how previous cases were resolved, whether through reconciliation, rebranding, or complete career overhauls, and consider what strategies might help mitigate the damage in Blake's case.
And we landed, we were coming out of the airport, and it was a zoo, just a like we were the Beatles. People were...
The subpoena drama surrounding Blake Lively is far more than a simple legal hiccup. It's a multifaceted battle over power dynamics, privacy rights, and the relentless struggle to control one's public narrative.
Show her how it was being used. So we pulled up the laptop and the rough cut of the movie, showed her the movie and how it was being used. And it was just nerve-wracking. I mean, even when you get there, you're like, I'm like, you're asking for people, you're like, do I call her Madonna?
With Team Blake's motion quashed and the ensuing fallout laying bare the raw tensions of Hollywood, we're left with one critical question. Who ultimately pays the price when personal conflicts erupt in the public arena? As this saga continues to unfold, the collision between individual rights and invasive media scrutiny shows no sign of abating. What will be the next twist in this high-profile legal drama? Will more explosive evidence surface? Or could this be the turning point for how Hollywood handles internal disputes in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for ongoing updates as every new development is revealed.